Stockholm, Sweden. An ordinary Friday morning turns chaotic when witnesses observe a mysterious object moving across a narrow stretch of the Baltic Sea.
The Stockholm sightings were spectacular. Hundreds of witnesses were looking out, pointing at this strange object. It seemed to be traveling just below the sea, and then on occasions it would come out and broach the surface, and everyone was looking and pointing and wondering what the heck this thing was.
Authorities receive over 100 reports of the strange object. Witnesses agree it's about half a mile offshore and heading up the coast, fast. Some believe it's a submarine. Others are not so sure.
Swedes are very used to seeing things in this harbor, whether it is a boat or a whale. They're used to seeing these objects. So when something like this happens that really alarms people, you have to take this kind of thing very seriously. Whatever this object was, it most definitely was not supposed to be there.
The Swedish government is immediately notified. And within the hour, the armed forces launch a massive military effort to hunt down the mysterious craft.
A craft being seen in the water could essentially be a submarine or an enemy encroachment into the area where it should not be. And so the military took this very seriously in Sweden, and it was one of the biggest military operations for them to go out and try and identify what this craft actually was.
They had aircraft up, they had patrol boats, they were scanning with sonar, they even dropped depth charges. This was the largest military response since the end of the Cold War. The Swedish government took this extremely seriously. To them, they viewed this as a security threat.
Swedish intelligence suspects the unidentified craft belongs to Russia. But Moscow denies having any ships or submarines in the area, a claim later confirmed by US military. Other nearby nations also deny any involvement.
Now, the Swedish have a highly sophisticated navy, all sorts of high-tech equipment and skilled operators. So, if this was a submarine, how did it slip through the net?
After a thorough investigation, Sweden's military release what they claim is evidence of submarine tracks on the sea floor.
The sonar image at the bottom of the Baltic Sea shows that there was something there. We don't know what it is, but clearly something made that impression. And to make that strong of an impression in the sand takes a lot of weight.
If a submarine did that, that would not seem to be a very wise move. You wouldn't want to be dragging a submarine along an ocean floor, to say the very least. So this is an odd thing, for sure.
For some intelligence analysts, the facts simply do not add up. But for researchers, the strange sonar image could actually be evidence not of a submarine, but something even more sinister. A so-called unidentified submersible object.